the simplest thing you will ever really be able to do. You can do this in the console command too. Thing. Basically, this is saying this, but it's not positioning it really anywhere. It might just put it in the center of the base plate. It's basically like saying, it's basically like clicking this button. But if I were to run it, it would create a brick right there. See? The script created this brick. See as how in the script, this is just basic. I'm gonna get a lot more in depth. Local brick equals instance.new part. That's the parent, so it's in the game, in the workspace, which is here. Now, if you have any questions, also just ask in the comment. Just put it in the comments. Also, if you want to know how to do this, get Roblox Studio. It's on. I think it automatically installs it when you play Roblox. When you have to download it to play it, then it automatically installs Roblox Studio. So it starts up Roblox Studio on your computer if you download Roblox, or if you play Roblox. I'm sure you'll find it. If not, then then check in check if you can download Roblox at all. And if you did, click on the red thing, wait for it to update, then see if it installs Roblox Studio then. If not that, then I'll help you more better. Much more better. See? I can just keep doing this too. See, just keep clicking. Disabled, enabled, disabled. Disabling and enabling is basically resetting the script. So now it just keeps creating them every time I click. This is how you can even make a basic building tool like this. Or make snakes like fireworks, which I just thought of. Anyways. Now let me just explain this. Instance, you're probably like, what is a local? I don't think you really need that. I'm kind of confused. I'll research that later. I'll research locals. I'm not a complete scripter. I don't know everything. I'm not an expert, but I'm professional expert. Same thing. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for a while, but I'm not a complete 100% know exactly, no errors ever. Brick equals instant new part. Depends on what I'm scripting too. If it's like a huge thing, I'm gonna get a few errors, quite a few. Brick equals instant new part. That part. So brick, I'm tagging brick, now the keyword, the string brick, which is these letters, is in that type of formation, exactly the same, is basically typing this. It's basically the brick is tagging it to this. So if I just deleted, tagging this to this is basically like saying, basically like doing this, which I don't really need to do here, but just to teach you. Instance.new part. That's basically what it's saying. But instead, it's just smaller. Brick. Because now, brick is the same as typing all of this in that area. Now, instance is, what is it? Instance has to do with basically configuring things, just basically editing things, really. So adding things, removing things, just stuff. Also, instance is also mainly used to create things, like in the advanced objects. So if you were to do this, I'll show you how to get all these in a moment. Actually, crap. I'll show you this now. Oops. See this? You go to View, then you click on Output here, Toolbox here, Explore and Properties, and then Explore, Properties, Toolbox, which is there. And then to get to Advanced Objects, you have to click on Advanced Objects in the model section of these, and then you get to Advanced Objects. Now, sorry, I keep clearing my throat. It's not like I'm trying to be like, I'm so much better. No, it's not like what I'm thinking. I just have I don't feel good actually, and my stomach is not good right now. Actually, it's probably really bad. I might have a something in my stomach flu, because whenever I just bend, it just hurts so much. My bend, my stomach or something. Frick, that parent was getting out of space. Now, the parent is basically what the part. Okay, actually, let me explain this thoroughly. Instance is basically made use things. So instance can create any of these things in here, any of them, including another script. But I don't know how you would edit that. I think you could, maybe. Brick.parent equals game.workspace. Man, I wonder if you could do that. That'd be weird. Make a script right onto another script. Brick equals instance that new part. Brick.parent equals game.workspace. Okay. Now, explaining this. You should jot down notes if you have to. Yeah. Basically, instance.new is basically saying instance so basically create a new this. Create a new any of these. And then this is the string. This is a string, which is in between. You have to have these, which is in between these to make it a string, so it's purple. And then it looks for anything in the instance that it can find that is that exact same name. And then if it doesn't find anything, then I think it will just like not work. It just won't work. So it'll look for anything named part, and then it'll be like, oh, okay, we'll create a new one of those, and then we'll put it in the workspace. Now, if we didn't put it in the workspace with that, the script.parent, then it would just not exist. It wouldn't exist. It needs a parent. Because let me just give you an example. I'm just putting that into a comment section. See? It wouldn't exist. It wouldn't exist because it can't, because it's not inside of anything. It doesn't have a parent to be in, so it doesn't exist, essentially. But then brick.parent then will basically put it in the workspace, which is here, and it's everything, which is the base plate, camera, script, and the terrain, which I don't know exactly what terrain is for, a blank thing like that. But base plate being this big thing, and then also, I think this does use, when you open this up, this does use a little, it makes a little script, and then like, I think it makes like a little script, and then like, right when you open up, it creates a new part and sizes it like that. Makes it that size. So, anyways, script.parent equals game.workspace. So we'll jot down, I won't jot down the notes, you can do that. I'm too lazy. I'm explaining it. This is the part. Again, like I said. I'll try and make it snappier next video, since I'm just starting. Okay, so I might cut out some of the stopping this because it takes up time. Sometimes I'm like figuring out things. Okay, anyways. So the parent is now, game is basically, essentially, you know, the game is not selecting any of these. But it's just something that exists that has all these in it. Is the game. And then the workspace, okay. The workspace, I'll explain the dots. I'll explain everything on this thing also later. I'll explain the dots, yeah. So, yeah, workspace. So it's saying, whatever's in here, then dot, workspace. Oh, there it is. Like that. And then it puts it in there. But, now, what are these dots for? Why would I need them? It's kind of like replacing them with a space, but it's not. So basically, this might make sense in this, but periods are basically like the down step, like taking, like if you saw stairs, it's like going down a stair. So let me give you an example. Let's say it was in the base plate, right? And then, so basically, see, this is how the staircase works. 1 stair, 2 stair, 3 stair. So then, basically, it'd be game.workspace, 1 stair. So it'd be 1 period. Well, no, you can't put multiple periods next to each other. So it'd basically be like, yeah, game.workspace here, then dot baseplate here, and then script. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. That's how periods work, basically. So if script brick.parent would be basically game, like I said again, then taking the step down to workspace. So imagine if this was in a box, okay? If you're still confused, imagine if this was in a box, okay? And then you'd open that box, and then inside of that box, you'd find this. So basically, a period is basically opening that box, and then seeing something else in there, and then opening basically another box, essentially, until you get what you want. Now, equals are basically, the equal signs are needed because it's basically saying, it's not saying, it's like saying, it is there. The parent is that. But if it was equal, okay, so let's say if you typed equal to, those are like for if statements and while statements and other statements, I think. I don't know how many statements there are. My kind of brain hurts a little bit from explaining. Anyways, equal to is just saying is equal to game.workspace, but that you don't need that. It just needs equals. So it's just saying brick.parent is in the game, is in the workspace. Now, okay, parentheses. They're just there. They're mainly near things that have strings in them. Anything that really has to do with a string, you're gonna need parentheses around it, and with quotes. Parentheses around the quotes around the word. Now, let's say you want to be a little more picky. Let's say you want the. Okay, I have to look at something. The color. So sometimes it's kind of complicated. So I'm not good with coloring, so I'm gonna get better at it. But let's say I think strings work too. Let's say you want it not to be dark stone gray. You want it to be bright blue. So you would say, I think if this will work, brick.color. Oh, brick.color. Brick color equals oh, that's not one at all. Oh yeah, if with equal signs, if there's equal signs, then you don't really need parentheses. Just thought I'd say that. If there's equal signs, then you don't need parentheses really. Brick.color equals bright blue. Now, when you create a new block, the color of it should be bright blue, which is not just a normal, boring, yeah, you know. Uh-oh. Well, it still created a block, but it didn't make the right color. Bright color. Bright color expected. Oh, that's annoying. Oh. Brick color dot new. That's why. Now it should be the same as that. There we go. I missed something. Sorry. Error. Just a slight error. Brick.brickcolor equals brickcolor.new. So it's basically, you know, setting the brick color to a different brick color than what it originally was. Now it's blue. And now it's a blue brick. Now it's a gray brick. Now I'll do that later. I'll do the random colors later. Anyways. Now, with this line done and this line done, I'll do. Yeah.
Hey, are you still good?
Yeah, I'm recording.
I'm gonna watch Divergent upstairs.
Okay.
I got to see it.
I'm explaining. No, it's okay. I'm explaining scripting.
Okay.
I'm recording.
Well, I'll be up there if you want me to come get me.
I will. Okay, now anyways, brick color. The brick color, now, again, instance that new part. Pretend like the brick is this exactly the same text. And then the part would be this. Now putting a period once there's nothing inside of it, or if there's something, putting a period and then the thing that's inside of it is not the same name as this, then it will check in the properties for it. And then it will check, oh, brick color. Brick color is the brick color, okay. And it will be like, then if you put an equals, so basically saying the brick color is now bright blue. The original brick color is now light blue. Now how did I translate that? Is because brick color, so original being gray, equals brick color.new, so the new brick color will now be bright blue. And then spaces, because it's also it's case sensitive, so you have to type it exactly. I think that's what it means. I think that's what case sensitive means. Okay, brick color equals brick color.new. So hopefully this explains it. If you have any questions again, remember, just ask. Now, let's say you want the color to be random. Now this basically what I'm explaining to you can be done basically anywhere. It can be done in anything. So the bright blue, because this could be a whole another color too. It could be a whole another color. This could be a whole another tag, and then these have to change though. It's also these are case sensitive, so it could be exactly the same as what you originally said. So this could be potato. It could be freaking potato for all no people care. Potato. It doesn't matter what that is because it's you tagged it now. So now apparently it's a blue potato, and I would not eat a blue potato because that does not sound healthy. So if you see a blue potato, just make sure not to eat it. I mean, it might look like delicious, like it's a Skittle, but I'm pretty sure it's not a Skittle. You're probably just gonna die right when you eat it. Anyways, now let's say I think you got it. Appearance. You don't have to put dot appearance dot. You just have to put Then reflectance. You can change the reflectance. 1 being completely reflective, transparent. 1 being completely invisible. 0 being not reflectant. 0 being completely visible. So if you're making glass, you should put it like 0.5 so it's visible, but you can see through it. Let's say you want to make it into a window. Also, you can change the names. We'll just leave it potato. It's a potato window. Anyways, potato dot name now will now equal window. Oh, forgot it. Freaking put it into a string. Jeez. Now the name will be window, and potato dot transparency equals 0.5. Oh, that's not decimals. B, this is basically saying transparency equals a half, so you can see through it, and you can't see through it equally, completely, 100%. Well, 100% equally, I guess. Okay, I'm saying really weird things now. Anyways, potato.name equals window. Now the name basically is, when you look at it, its name is part, right? This will basically change its name to be window instead. Now, and then setting this here. Now let me show you the example. Now with all that done, it's a window. And look at, even the name is window. See? Window. Now, it's a window. Now, again, if you let's say you want it to be anchored. Or not anchored. Position. We'll do position. We'll teach you position later. Oh crap, I don't teach you position either, because it's got scaling. Okay, let me explain some things. Transparency, you know what transparency basically means? Visibility. So can you see it? Can you not see it? Can you see through it? Can you not see through it? Done. And then decimal being half again, like I said. Now, let me explain some things to you. I'll show you if. Well, let me explain if. So, if statements. There's if statements, and then there's I think there's while loops, and then there's also I think if statements, while loops. Then I've got to figure out how not works. I don't know how to do is not yet. So if statements, while loops, and then I'm trying to remember. There's a few things. I'll show you my newer scripts also, and you'll see how complicated this thing can get. If statements. So if statements. So let me just type it what it's like. If argument. I'm trying to think. If object. So if whatever the thing is does not equal to equal to not equal to if object, then optional variable. Wait, okay, so variable is like a property. Just basically, here, let me explain. So position, anything, value. Object, if object, not optional if it's a value. If object dot position, which is a value, because XYZ numbers, then if object dot rotation is a value, because XYZ, as long as it's vector 3 basically, or vector, I don't remember what vector 2 is exactly, but vector 3 is three-dimensional stuff, so I'll explain that later. Is not equal to or greater than equal to or greater than equal to or less than or greater than. Basically, yeah, not equal to. This is basically saying equal to or less than, or equal to or greater than, equal to or less than, equal to or less than, greater than, or I mean less than or greater than. So basically, then, so if object value. I'm explaining some things. You can test. If you get bored, you can experiment on your own and figure out more things. Just in case if I was wrong. If statements. If object value is equal to, not equal to, or greater. equal to or greater than, equal to or less than or greater than, object value, or only here. The ones in these are the ones that'll only work for existing or not existing. If object value is equal to, this is gonna be a long video by the way, so I'm probably gonna put it in sections with time where I'll explain everything. If statements. If object value is equal to or not equal to, so anything in parentheses can work with, we'll work with the value existing or not existing. So nil. I'll explain what nil is. Nil. Let me explain what nil is. Nil is something basically. Nil is something that does not exist. So 0. Well, 0 exists. But I mean, like, if nil is saying it does not exist. So if you were to say script, if you were to put this in the window and you were to say script.parent, so the window, parents, script.parent, so basically saying this script's parent will be, the script's parent, sorry, my brain's gotta function. I didn't get a lot of sleep. My brain's gotta, like, if I repeat things, that's why, because I didn't get a lot of sleep. But I know my scripting now still. So yeah, so basically nil saying if something exists or not exists. But nil is basically not existing. So if I were to put the script again in the window, like I said, and then say script.parent, which is the window, script.parent is basically saying selecting the window. But if you were to put script.parent equals nil, that's basically saying the script's parent does not exist and the script would get removed. But if you were to say script.parent.parent, which is basically saying it's basically saying the script's parent, really. That's basically, I'll explain it thoroughly eventually once my brain works. So yeah, if you said that the script.parent.parent equals nil, then the window will just disappear because you basically just set its parent to nothing. While loops. While loops. Here's a few of them. Nil. Not existing. Whatever. While loops. While true, do. While you know, number, not number plus number, literally, like the words. Number is equal to correct answer. Oh, if it's an incorrect answer, then the while loop won't work. Do. While true do is a while loop. While there's a lot. There's just a lot. But there's just a few. That's just a few. While true do is good if you want to make a script keep repeating. Yeah, and just keep checking. So, for while loops, warning. Yeah, warning. Always leave a wait. Because if you're looping, it'll just use up all your memory if you don't have a wait, and your game will just crash. And then you have to restart all over because you didn't save. So always remember to leave a wait just after the while loop. So example, let me just disable. Let's say, so let me give you an example. Let me just make this brick constantly. Oh, also, another thing. End. Ending. Ends any arguments. It just ends the arguments. So if I were to say, while true, do, oh, zero, wait. That'll basically, and if I put the end over here, that's basically like saying, every second create a block. Every second create one window. Basically every second. But don't remove the other one, which will be a problem eventually, because then the whole world will just be like thousands of windows. Anyways, and ends this, telling it, okay, this is done. This is all that there is. So when I minimize it, that's all one thing. Like if I were to put a bunch of while true to things and I didn't leave any ends, then none of them would have an ending. So eventually, it wouldn't work. Well, it wouldn't work immediately because there's nothing to end it to make it restart again. Now, okay, I'm gonna show you something interesting. Actually, this is like I'll do that actually later because remember, some of your people are new. I'm guessing, or you have a little bit of scripting knowledge. So sometimes I'm gonna throw like big things at you, and then little things because sometimes I forget, and you're like, wait, but why is it's just gonna be choppy? So some of it's gonna be complicated, some of it's not gonna be complicated. Oh yeah, this is putting it two of these little things, just putting something in a comment so that it doesn't run in the script. That's why it's green and everything. Anyways, we just also stop. Yes, save please. File. Publish to Roblox. That should save the game. Now all this is saved. Now, once I... Oh, oops. Oh, I thought I crashed my game. Oops. That scared me. Jeez. What the heck? That stung my throat for a moment. See? Every second, creating a window, like I said. Never stops. Kind of cool, actually. Wouldn't you say? Pretty neat. So you can make this is how you can make, this is kind of like how raccoons work. You know how like how those bricks just keep on coming? You're like, how do they do that? That's basically how they do it. They do this. They make something that runs like that, and then but it tags them with something. Then that thing, whatever the brick that it hits, collects that tag and removes it and counts it as a point, basically. Now, if we want this to stop, we can simply just press disabled, and then it stops. Now, explaining. If you really need to explain, wait 1 is just saying wait 1 second. 100. What do you call those? Oh gosh. 100 milliseconds? No. Yeah. No, 1,000 milliseconds. I think. Because the milliseconds are a million seconds. Yeah. Milliseconds. For some reason, that's weird. I don't know what they call those. Centiseconds? I don't know. Things out of 100? No, that'd be 10. Huh, weird. Whatever. Now, you always have to leave dots when it's going, yada yada. I think I explained that. If you have any questions, again, remember, like I said, post them in the comments below. If this helped you out, if you would like me to continue this, and continue teaching you guys how to script, then leave a like. Give some support, man. Please. And thank you. Because I don't want to do something that no one likes. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm just doing this. Okay. Well, actually, I probably still would do it if I liked it. But if no one's watching me, and I'm doing it for the whole purpose of helping people, and no one's really watching to get help, there's really no point. kind of wasting my time. Wait, where's... Oh, there it is. Now, this is all for this video. This is all for this video. For now. Anyways, like and comment if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.